Hey everyone. Hey Rick. I know Rick Manny.
Yes. Hi, Rick. Pleasure to meet you.
We'll wait a few minutes to see who else we have pop on here. So John Manny is already booked.
Oh, okay. Nice
Hey
to meet you,
John,
John.
we were just talking about the yacht and how excited we were, and he took me through some of the clips, and I think it's going to make you even more excited.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I can't wait to share more details.
Yeah, yeah, for
It's a
sure, for
wonderful
sure.
product.
I guess we'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes, Manny, and then we'll
Yeah,
get started because
no
people can
problem.
always pop in, and if they it's going to be recorded, so I just in lieu of everybody's time, I just want to make sure that we're being aware of that. So,
I'm flexible, so no worries.
hey
I
Ken,
can.
Ken is booked too. So
Oh,
Ken
great.
Ken is already booked on the trip with us.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You wait till you see some of these shots, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. Tell you the truth. That's at least the guys, Rick Russo, and those guys will make fun of me because I wouldn't get in the water in Croatia, but I'll get in this water. It's not cold.
The same.
No.
It's the same ocean.
Yeah, it's just warmer.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Well, you're going to have an opportunity. Same thing with the platform with all the toys on the back, trampoline and kayaks, and
I
so
have a friend from Vancouver. When he comes down, I think it was February when I came down last time. He got into the ocean like no big deal. I was like, I ain't going in the ocean. I live in South Florida, and that was February was too cold for me. But he was like living his best life. I was like, okay, it's too cold for me.
yes.
Manny was the water warmer than South Florida?
No, no, he came to South Florida to visit me, and we went to the beach. He wanted to go to the beach, and I can't remember what the temperature was. I think it was like 60 something, and he loved going into the ocean. I was like, this is great. I was like, no, it's not, but enjoy.
Oh my God. Well, this is April. It's going to be much warmer in April than it is in February,
Yes. No, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
for sure, for sure.
It just depends where the person is from and what they consider cold and not cold.
Yeah, yeah.
I get in the cold water because it helps me lose weight.
I need to do more of that
Okay.
then.
I guess we're
Ricky, you're
jumping
just
in.
fine like you are. You don't need to get in no cold water.
Hey Greg, hey April, how you doing? Hey,
Good, Effie. How are you?
good, 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 good. We're
Thanks for
going to
joining us,
start in
Greg and
just a
April.
couple minutes. I'll give it like 2 more minutes. It's funny
He
because
was
we
on a
had
second
about
ago.
26 or 28 people who RSVP'd, but some people might be running a little late, but we'll get started pretty much on time. We'll give it about 2 more minutes.
28 people or 28 couples?
28 couples.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be a party.
Uh, we some of you guys have already booked and some of you guys are trying to get a little bit more information because this is a completely different experience than a cruise ship. I was telling Manny that some of you on have been on the yacht in Croatia and kind of were trying to understand the difference between the yacht in Croatia and, this one. And obviously the yacht in Croatia had 18 cabins. This has 50 cabins. So it holds about 100 passengers. I just had the experience to go on their sister company, Scenic, on their yacht, which Manny, correct me, I think it's 130 guests on that one.
That one is a total two
Oh,
200
it's,
guests when we go to Antarctica and Arctic, and 228 when we're in regular classic cruising mode.
yeah, yeah. So, so Chris and I had the opportunity to do that about 2 weeks ago, and I feel like I was trying to put into words how I felt about it, and I'm going to say it's not a cruise. It's not, you can't think I'm going on a Royal Caribbean cruise or a Norwegian cruise or anything like that. This is truly an experience. I had some friends go in February, and oh my God, they wouldn't stop sending me pictures. And it was her husband's first cruise. He had never cruised before. The wife had cruised many times, and she said, Effie, I'm screwed. I'm never going to be able to get him on anything else. And so she sent me this picture, and I think Manny has the same picture I feel like she sent me. And I said, Tracy, are you guys having a good time? And I said, where are you? Where is this picture? And she goes, Effie, who gives a F? I'm on a yacht in the Caribbean. I don't care where I am. you know,
Exactly.
so she came back and she said it was fantastic, and she had cruised. She's actually coming with us on Croatia in 2027, but so she'll have experienced all the different size vessels. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to introduce to you Manny Sanchez. He is the National Accounts Manager of Scenic and Emerald, and he agreed to come on with me this evening to talk to you guys and to talk to our clients about the Emerald Cruise, Cruising with Effie, April 3rd, 2027, round trip St. Martin, sailing to the bespoken parts of the Caribbean where the larger ships can't get. And so I'm going to let Manny take it away. If you guys can just hold out your questions until the end, we'll do some Q&A at the end. But Manny, welcome and thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you, Effie. I'm happy to be here with your beautiful guests and glad to share my product that I love so much. So let's start sharing my screen and let me know if everybody can see it.
Yep, it's there.
Great. So as Effie said, I'm Manny Sanchez. I am with Scenic and Emerald, and I love my job and I love this company. And I've been in the industry. I may look young to you on camera, but I've been in the industry for a long time, and this is one of the best companies I've worked for. That said, let's go dive into how the company started and who started the company. So his name is Glenn Maroney and her name is Karen Maroney. They started the company over 35 years ago. They started doing land tours, and then he had the foresight to start doing river ships. And that was the next step in his evolution, and then yachts. So it's two separate companies under one brand. We're Scenic Group. We have Scenic, and then we have Emerald. And with the company has been the longest. It's a Scenic brand as far as river and yachts, and then the Emerald yachts are a little bit younger. The oldest one is the Emerald Zura, and that's from 2022. When you're talking ships, 2022 is like it still has the fresh yacht scent in there. So, and then they are a power couple, and you can see there where they're first one of the first buses they had with the tour company where they started in Australia. He handles all the engineering and designing of the ships, and she handles all the interior decorating. They're a power couple. We have our own yards where we build our own ships. So not only does he build ships, he owns the yards where he builds them. So it's pretty nice situation and setup that we have. He controls pretty much everything from the beginning to the end. Now, I said over 35 years. We actually just hit 40 years this year, and we're very proud of that. Now, being a privately owned company, he actually takes a lot of puts a lot of detail into looking into the how everything is going. For example, he will look at reviews from all the guests and take them and listen to them and watch them. And we involve being a small company, but not small. we can actually pivot and do a lot of things that big companies can't. And that said, our average guest scores, just to give you an idea, is 9.7 out of 10, and we're extremely proud of that. Now, that's for Emerald. This is for our Emerald fleet when it comes to yachts and river ships. We have a total of 2 yachts operating right now and one that just started this past month, which is the Emerald Kaya. And then we have a total of 9 river ships with 2 more coming down the pipe for river and 2 more coming down the pipe for yachts. So we have one coming out again, another one for next year, another one for the following year, 2028. Why? Because this product is very unique and very beautiful in itself and sexy ships. And we'll get into that. So luxury yacht cruising, you can see there how beautiful the ship is with the marina deployed and everything. Now let me play you this video. So, one of the things that Effie stole from me, which I was gonna say, and I always say it everywhere I go, on these ships, we don't call them ships. They're yachts. They're super yachts, and you are yachting and you're not cruising because it's a totally different experience on its own. We could go to places that the big ships can't go to, so you get a very bespoke itinerary. There's marquee ports that we do because of flights and and other factors, but a lot of our itinerary is bespoke and very port intensive. Here are the places we go to: the Caribbean, Saint, the Med, Seychelles, the Adriatic, the Red Sea. So even in the Indian Ocean. So we are everywhere, and that was just 2 vessels. Now we have a third one coming in that's operating, and we have 2 more, and hopefully there'll be more coming. Plus, keep an eye on with Effie because we should have new itineraries in new areas coming out soon. Here are the awards and accolades that we've been receiving throughout the years. We've been doing really well. We're very proud of the Magellan Awards, Cruise Critic. All these awards are important to us because it shows that we're doing everything right and we want to continue doing it right. And here is the other awards that we got recently from Travel Leaders, Condé Nast in 2023, and then 2024. So these are for the Azura, if you see that. It's a beautiful ship. Here's an aerial view of the ship. The sky bar is on the top deck 1. Then we have the observation deck that's on number 2, that you could just go to the front and enjoy the beautiful view up there. Then we have the aqua pool and aqua cafe on the number 3. Amishi bar and lounge, number 5. La Cucina dining and La Cucina terrace, which is the dining but outside, is 6 and 7. Wellness areas, we're big in wellness, and I'll get in more details about that. And then number 10 is the water sports, which we have a lot of water toys. Here are the 2 ships that started this. Emerald Azura was 2022, Emerald Sakara 2023, and not including the new one that we just deployed last month. These are beautiful ships, and these are the areas that I mentioned already that we go to. Now, these are the different venues we have. The Aqua Pool Cafe, and I'll show you more detailed pictures about that. The Element Spa, where you get a massage, and you also have infrared sauna. The infrared sauna is included. The Amishi Bar and Lounge, all drinks, all alcoholic drinks are included. You have the Conchina dining, as you can see, is station style, but you can also order from a menu. We have the Sky Bar, which is one of the best places to go at any time. But if you're a sundowner that likes to see the sunset, or if you like to see the sunrise, there is no better place for that view up there because you have 360 view of everything. We have the observation lounge, the marina platform, the marina toys, and La Cucina. So paddle boarding, that's one of the things that we offer on board, and it's all included. The gourmet meals that we make on board are all freshly made from scratch. We have a nice gym. So if you want to burn off some of those calories, you're welcome to. As you can see, the kayaks, all this is included. The electric bikes are also included, that we have e-bikes on board when you get to certain ports. Now for the Caribbean, we are not including them at the moment because of certain issues that we've had with them and the salt content, but we do include it in the other itineraries. We're looking into getting them locally sourced for now, but that's one of the drawbacks we've been having, just FYI. And then there's the marina platform there. Now, what's included? Which I always say we have a very nicely inclusive package. You sail with only 100 guests on the one that you're going on, and you feel like you're a billionaire. If you like you have your own yacht. It's very spacious, a lot of different areas to just hang out and relax, whether it's outside or inside. All drinks are included. Deliciously crafted meals on board, which they're all freshly made. Our chef, so you know, and if you follow Top Chef, you probably heard of him. His name is Tom Goddard, and he's in charge of, he's the VP of operations, and he handles all the meals that are made on both for our brands, Scenic and Emerald. He looks them over, he crafts them, he trains the chefs. So all of our meals are just right up there in as far as Top Chef at the show deal that you will love, and they're delicious. Now, all gratuities are on board, on shore and on board, all inclusive. So you don't have to worry about paying any gratuities for either shore excursions, for the transfers. It's included. Wi-Fi, Starlink, it's all included, and it's unlimited. It's not like when you get on board that we're saying Wi-Fi is included, but if you want it a little faster, you have to pay this. Nope, it's included. You get fast Wi-Fi from the get-go. Some excursions are included, and we'll get more details about that. The marina platform and all the water tours are included. The M Spa and Wellness Center included. Round trip transfers are included. Only caveat about the round trip transfers is that if the one that is pre before the cruise starts, that's included if you arrive the day of. I'm not a fan of recommending that. I'm being completely transparent with you. I always recommend arriving the day before, especially with all the different flight issues we have and things that could go wrong. But if you do and are adventurous enough, they want to fly the day of embarkation, your transfer will be included. Now, the post transfer, that's included. That's no big deal. Okay. Now, let me show you another video. And you see that you got some great views or different venues where we have the pool cafe where you could order things to. This is the Sky Bar. This is one of the, I mean, I haven't been on the ship. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been on other vessels in our brand, but this year, if everything goes right, I will be on board. But this ship, that area there is very popular. Everybody wants to be there because you have the best views and you get to hang out, and there's a lot of space there. Here's another picture of 360. So you can see there's seats on the side, there's chairs, there's your own bartender there that anytime you're running dry, he'll refill whatever you want to drink. And then here's another look of the seating outside in the sky deck, and I call pool cafe. So this is a little bit lower, I call pool cafe, and I'll show you a different view. Here is with the infinity pool. So if you want to hang out here and just get in the pool and live your best life, you could just hang out there as the ship deploys and is leaving from everywhere it's going. And then the little cafe where you can get little light bites, snacks throughout the day. It's in that same area right there where you're at. Here's another shot of the infinity pool. Now dining, we have the terrace, and this is the terrace which is outside for La Cucina. It's al fresco dining, so if the weather's perfect and you want to dine outside, you're more than welcome to. And you could dine inside too. And well, I'll show you that a picture of inside in a second. I got mixed up. So this is the lounge. The lounge, it's kind of like if you ever done a river ship and there's that main lounge, this is kind of like that, but bigger and more spacious. There's plenty of room for more of the capacity the ship holds. Everybody could be comfortable. We'll have our entertainment on board in this area. When we bring local entertainment on board, we do it here, music, and depending, sometimes we'll do it on the sky deck, the entertainment as well, depending what it is. But this is the area where we do a lot of local entertainment and also nightlife happens here as far as different games we'll do. We'll have music trivia in itself. So a lot of different engaging games you'll have here that you'll keep you busy and you could, having the small ship feel, you'll get to become friends with these other guests that have the same interest that you do. And it's easy to do when you're in this environment that you're playing to win, and there's no real prizes. But sometimes we do have prizes. But just the fact that you get to interact with these amazing people, I don't know if what's the secret sauce yet. But on all of our ships, the guests that come on board are just like-minded, and they become long-term friends, which is one of the long things I love. It's like I say, if you've done river cruising, it's kind of that sensation in a way, but it's not as it's even more spacious than a river ship.
Hey, Manny, I just want to interject here. So those who have been on Celebrity know the Martini Bar is like the epicenter of a celebrity ship. Well, this area, this lounge area, is like the epicenter. So in the evening, it's bustling with people. Everybody's drinking cocktails. You're playing music. People are dancing in there. So it's really like the epicenter of the ship, usually in the evening. But I can't imagine, how cool it's going to be to do some things on the deck at night as well. So just wanted to give you an idea. And what Manny said about river cruising, I don't know how many of you guys have river cruised, but same thing, like the lounge area is like the epicenter. So I just kind of wanted to say that, Manny.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, when we bring local entertainment on board, it's in this area, and people just get up and dance. It's a lot more spacious than it looks here, where we had the local entertainment set up. There's space in front of them to dance and just have an amazing night between drinks. The lights are changed to fit the mood and the music and the situation. So you will definitely have a great time in this area, also every night. And then if you want some fresh air, you definitely can go to the sky deck or the pool cafe. Now, if you want to sit back, just observe, and you don't want to be outside in the heat, we have the observation lounge. This observation lounge has different things. You could read a book and relax, listen to music, put your AirPods on, and just look at the beautiful view you see out there. You could be sitting there. You could play games with your companion that you brought on board with you, or with new people that you meet on board. We all have different board games that you could see there. These are some of the ones, but we also have regular board games like Life and Monopoly and stuff like that. So it's a very engaging area where people come and just hang out and relax. It's kind of like the one on the clips that you've seen, Effie, where
Yeah.
just go and relax in the observation lounge, and it's the same type of style area. And you could make we have a coffee machine there where you could just make your coffee and, like I said, just enjoy it, or tea. Now we're very big into spa, into wellness, and this infrared spa is included, the sauna. You could just go in there and relax and just done it. I've done it myself on my sister brand,
I
and
did
it's very
too.
relaxing. And how did you feel when it was done, Effie?
It was fantastic. And, all of this is included, you guys, where the big cruise ships, you pay for, the infrared spa. Now, Manny, is the infrared spa in a salt room as well, like the Eclipse? Do you know?
No, there we don't have a salt room like the Eclipse, just the infrared spa.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like the steam room, the sauna, that type of thing, that's all included. And you can go whenever you want. You just go in, and if there's a spot available, which there always was, I never went and there wasn't a space available. So this is all included, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. So what's not included in the spa, let's just get out of the way now, is a massage and a hair salon treatment. But that's
Treatments.
never included in any of the cruise lines. That's always extra. as
And
if
I
you're
got
not
to
a
tell
cruiser.
you, Manny, we had probably one of the best massages Chris and I have ever had on the cruise ship on the Eclipse.
And
So
how was the pricing, Effie, compared to
it was good. I was shocked. Is that what you're saying? Like the pricing was
exactly?
not like you think it's going to be like $300 for a massage. It wasn't that. It was totally reasonable pricing for the massages and the treatments on board for sure.
Exactly what I want to hear. And it's exactly the truth what I hear from everybody. Our prices are very reasonable.
Hmm.
Now let's dive into our marina platform. This is fun in the sun, and all this is included. We have two floating platforms, as you can see them in the back there. We have six stand-up paddle boards, six inflatable kayaks, three sea bobs if you just want to fly in the water with this motorized vehicle that pulls you in the water. It's so much fun. And a trampoline, five floating mats, and 30 snorkel kits. Now, all this is included, and the only caveat is we want everybody to take turns. So if we'll make a list and we'll go through it. If nobody's using it, you could stay on board and just continue using whatever the toys that you want to see. But all this is included, which most brands do not include. So just FYI, they always charge you for these additional items. Here's another view. Those on the left, those are the sea bobs. That's a water trampoline. And then you have the other toys on the side there. It is water trampoline. It is fun. I had a story from one of my coworkers that there was an older lady that he says he couldn't believe, but she kept going on and just jumping and living her best life. But I don't know how many of you can say this, but it's good for bragging rights that you were in the middle of the Caribbean in whatever island and you went down a slide. All of our MO yachts have slides on the side, and people love doing it. They just go down the
Below
slide.
deck, baby. It's like below deck.
Yes, yes, exactly. Without certain drama, but yes.
Yes.
But it is so much fun. Definitely something I recommend trying. I've had guests like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that," and when they come back, they tell the traveler, "I did it. I will do it again. It was fun." So, something definitely I recommend. All of our other toys are included. Enjoy your best life. You're out there in a yacht. Now, this is a perfect, beautiful view of a balcony suite. You can see it's spacious. The colors are nice. The windows are floor to ceiling for the balcony area. And the beds, you're gonna want to take the bed home with you. They're very, very comfortable, similar to the ones that you experienced in the Eclipse, Effie. They're very comfortable beds. The pillows are amazing as well too.
Yes.
These are, go ahead, Effie. Sorry.
The bedding was fabulous. Delicious.
Mhm. Here's now a yacht suite. This is a bigger suite on the ship, but it gives you the feel of the color, the decor, which I completely love, Effie. So just between us, I love the colors on Emerald, but I like the luxury, the upper luxury,
I
the
have to
seating.
agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, very spacious, natural colors. It gives you a feel of the bathroom right there. Now, this is the yacht suite bathroom. It's a little bit bigger than the other suites, but it gives you a feel of the decor, how it looks, and so all the everything we use on board is ESPA. So we believe on high quality products, and we love ESPA. And the yacht cruise terrace, very spacious. So if you just want to hang out on yourself on the terrace, beautiful, your own lounge, your own tables. And here's another video. So that you get a view of some of the toys we have, the different shore excursions, and the different activities that you could possibly see on yours because that's a mixture of different ones that we have. Here is the beautiful itinerary and the great deal that our friend Effie has on this group that we have right now. These are all the different ports you'll be going to.
It's
That is the
2027 though, Manny,
that is
2027.
true. It is 2027 because yeah, we're not that would have passed already, would have not worked
Yes.
out well. But sorry about that, Effie. Thank you for having keen eye.
Yeah.
But it's 2027, and that's the itinerary. So we're going to dig in more into the itinerary, but let me tell you a little bit about the shore excursions that we have on board. We offer three types of shore excursions on board. The first one is the Emerald Plus. With the Emerald Plus, you'll be immersed into the local essence of the port that you're into. You'll have unique events that you'll be doing, which I'll cover some in a minute. You'll have profound engagement. So this Emerald Plus, this is included. There's no additional charge. So anytime you see one listed on the shore excursions, when we deploy them, which will be 6 months before the sailing, we'll have a list of them available, and you'll be able to see which Emerald Plus you have in which ports. And again, it's included. Then we have Emerald Active. If you just don't want to, if you want to be active and go on a hike or do an e-bike, because I don't know if you've done e-bikes, but they're not all just self-pedal. You have to pedal a little bit, so it's a little bit more active, a little bit more engaging, and we have different ones that things that you could do in the water too. So it's just, and these will be included. If it says Emerald Active, it's included and no additional charge. The only ones that have additional charge are the Discover More program. And Discover More is excursions that are very immersive in discovering new things. It's going to give you a fresh perspective of that port or something you haven't experienced before. And it's for us, it's not that hard because we're going to be taking you to very bespoke itineraries that you and islands that you have never experienced before. So it is easier for us to do in that sense. But they're purposely crafted to give you a perspective when you come back. It's like, wow, this was amazing and totally, you'll see life a little differently. And I've had lot of feedback, and we put a lot of care into this, and we keep evolving and improving these excursions to give you something very in depth. And I'll give you some examples in a second of ones we've done before. Here's the round trip port that we have, Marigot St. Martin. And this is where you're going to be embarking and disembarking. Okay. This port is known for its French Caribbean atmosphere, colorful waterfronts, and open air markets, cafe, marinas, relaxed European vibe. So it's definitely some place you're going to love, especially if you're right the day after, the day before. Definitely enjoy this area. Now, the second port that we have is Anguilla. This is one of the shore excursions we've done previously. Now, complete transparency, I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to be able to do the same one again, but this is just to give you an idea of what we've done in the past.
Examples.
Examples, right? So this Discovery More, it's one that is you're going to have stunning white beaches and undeniable mystique exclusivity of the island, and it's Travel Leisure's list 25 favorite islands from a couple years ago. So it is very exquisite as far as that. And this is part of the reason when we have a small ship vessel, yacht, you could actually be able to experience this. You see that it tells you the activity level, which will be very transparent about that, and you'll have choices if you want to do an easy one or medium, or there's ones that require hiking, and that's more strenuous. It gives you the time. So now let's go to Virgin Gorda. Virgin Gorda, the baths. We'll have different options for the bath. We have one that is like the one you see right now that describes. In this one, you'll have the ski caves, the rock formations, which is one of the very popular what guests want to see, and the picturesque beaches. This is also known for one of the areas where you explore geological marvels. You'll see things that you don't see in other islands. And it's very yachty marina area. As you can see there, a lot of different things that we do. As far as yachts, you'll see white sand beaches, turquoise water, and the granite powder. Sorry, my voice is going away because I'm recovering from a sickness, so sorry about that. But we have one that I'm not sure if we'll do it again, that if you want an extraneous experience that requires a little bit more, we'll offer different versions, and both were included. It's just the other one will say an Emerald Plus. I mean, an Emerald Active. And that one requires a lot more exertion, but you get to see more. So you'll have options like that. Now, the next one island we're going to is Norman Island. In this one, I don't have any example shore excursions to show you. I do have one we've done the years before, a picture there of the beach yoga, which sounds fantastic to me. And a beautiful beach like it is, I just get to relax and enjoy. Now here you have opportunities to snorkel as well, and then you'll have also caves and treasure points to swim off and see. Stunning views. Almost all these islands. It's gonna get repetitive for me telling you the stunning views, but they are. The waters are turquoise waters, the white sanding beach. It's just complete beauty. This is one of the next islands you'll be experiencing, Jos Van Dyke. Now, this one has something special. This one, there's not going to be a discovery more because this is something that we invite everybody to do with us. And it's a barbecue lunch. The beach will be well equipped. They'll have all the lounge chairs you need, the umbrellas. Just all you gotta do is just come yourself. We'll have local entertainment music, and it's really, really delicious. We enjoy doing this. Every Caribbean cruise will have a barbecue lunch, so it's something that we look forward to doing it. And every single guest highly rates us for this. They love it. It's an experience that they completely get, enjoy, and then just your own private barbecue lunch in a way party.
Yeah, but it's definitely a signature item with Emerald to do the barbecue on the beach. You know, I was on with the president of Emerald and Scenic on the President's Cruise a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me they're grilling up lobsters and there's music, and he said they set it up just for Emerald Yacht guests. So I'm
Mhm.
really excited about this part of it. I think it's going to be great. And look at those waters. Holy moly.
Yeah. I was trying to keep the lobster secret, but yes, I want to leave
I'm
something for
sorry.
surprise, Effie. I don't want to like they get there. It's like when you have this high expectation in a movie and so it's gonna be very very impressive, and you will
Yeah,
definitely love it. It's one of our president Ken Muscat loves this. It's one of the things that guests were like, oh, I thought it was just gonna be a barbecue, and people have this mentality of what it would be, and it's something way above your
exceeds
expectations.
it.
Yeah. Then the next island we have is Anegada Island, and this one is a remote coral island, miles of empty white sand beaches, clear turquoise water, and it's the best place for lobster. But there's something that my friend Effie said a few minutes ago about this island that I'll let her add in.
So, I've never heard of this island, you guys. I've been doing the cruise industry for over 30 years, and one of the gentlemen, he's not on the call today. He's actually in the Turks and Caicos right now. He says this Anegada, he's been there and he said it is literally heaven. He said if you die and think you're going to heaven, this place is it. He said it's absolutely stunning. I know we keep using this word bespoken, but it's truly that. Like you're not going to get here on the Icon of the Seas. I can promise you that, on one of these big mega ships. So this is pretty special. I'm super excited for this stop for sure.
And Shuttle to a Car Wreck Beach we take you to a legendary beach bar. And basically, you're just gonna capture and bring in, as you can see, everything on that picture. And it's completely off the grid type of spirit. I don't think you could even get cellular network there. I'm not sure. But you'll be off the grid and you'll be just enjoying life. And you won't care if you don't have it. But that I'm not sure about the cellular network. But it's a beautiful, beautiful place. As Effie put it, I couldn't word it any better. The other island that you're gonna go to, also very bespoke island, it is Saba. This island is picturesque, as you can see there, with winding roads, stunning landscape, dramatic cliffs. If you want to go hiking, this is where you're gonna be doing it, this island. There's a lot of different activities. This one I'm showing right now, it's an easy one, but there will be others that you could be more engaged and do because of the nature of the way this island is. As you can see, There's mountains, cliffs, and it's just the scenery is beautiful. And then we have the Stavia, same parts. This is one of those high end. I like it because of the stores. But besides the stores, beautiful beaches, dining, people watching is this is just one of those beautiful, beautiful islands. This is a catamaran expense escape one where you go on a catamaran, and we'll have others. Normally on this island, we'll have like 3 to 4 shore excursions. Some may be included, some are additional, but that we do a lot of activities in this area, as you can see, because it's one of those type of islands that offers a lot of different things that we can do for engaging. But it's a beautiful island. Most people, if you've been into the Caribbean, have been to this island, but it's different when you go on a yacht. It's not the same experience altogether. It's going to be completely different what you're used to. So anything that you've go ahead.
I was gonna just to interrupt you a second. So when we were in St. Bart's, I forgot what big ship we were on, but you saw all the yachts and you're like, oh my God, babe. I told my husband, babe, how do these people afford these yachts? But we're gonna be on these yachts. People are gonna be going, oh, who are those people getting off of that yacht? So it's pretty exciting. This is where the rich and famous vacation for sure.
Yes. One of the things I like to say is if you come from a big ship and you've done that quite a few times, when you go on this yacht, it's going to change you altogether. Your perspective of doing big ships, you'll get rid of 3,000 people you don't have to have with you. And you're just going to have a vacation that is going to be truly a bespoke vacation, and you will not need a vacation from. It's totally, totally beautiful and engaging. And now, let me have all your questions. So Effie and I could answer them.
Fantastic. So unmute yourself. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. You've got Manny, the National Accounts Manager, who knows everything about Emerald. I've been selling Emerald River for quite a bit, and this is actually new to me. These yachts are definitely starting to become, what is the word? People are starting to they're going to becoming more famous, like more in demand. So that's why they're building the ship. So please unmute yourself and please ask any questions. No questions? That's got to be impossible. So y'all feel good about everything. Okay, Ken. Yes, Ken.
Okay, so just a few things. Are we docked at night like we did in Croatia, or are we cruising, or what? That's one question.
Yeah, and that's a very good question. We actually, most of the time at night is when the ship will be cruising from one island to the other. We spend a lot of time making sure that during daytime you're at the whatever island or port for the whole day. Now, some will be tendered and some will be docked. A lot of them, complete transparent, is tender because we're taking you places that big ships can take you, or if they do, you have to take a 2 hour bus ride to get there. Versus us, we pull in right there, park right next to the city, the town, the village that you're gonna be exposed to, and we will just tender in. So it's a different experience. Like I've said from the beginning, you're yachting, so there's not gonna be a lot of ports. More of it's gonna be tender, but like the ports where we do the round trip, for example, when you're beginning and your end course, that will be not tender because it makes it easier for embarkation and debarkation in that sense.
So
Okay.
Ken, what I noticed on the other brand is they keep you there longer. So you're not there like 6 hours. Sometimes you're there later in the evening. And because we're closer, it doesn't mean that you're going to over where they don't overnight in the port like the Croatia ship does, but it stays late usually,
So you're cruising.
and it's weird because they don't give you the timing, Ken, like you don't get it till the very end what the timing is in each of the ports of call. So
Okay.
It is a little bit more relaxed. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ken.
And then I have two more questions. Any recommendations? We'll probably come in a couple of days early. Any recommendations on hotels that we should stay at when we're coming in the day or so before?
This is all you, Effie. You're the expert. So
Yeah. So right now, Ken, Emerald does not have the hotel that they're going to be using yet. But I looked at, if you're looking for something high-end, La Samana, it's a Belmont hotel is available. And I'm also looking at Simpson Bay. So those are the two that I'm looking at right now, but I'll let you guys know and give you guys some ideas of some hotels in the area.
Okay. And what level is the infinity pool on? And that's personal.
Yeah, I forgot which level it was. Let me see if I
tell
see.
you. I'll tell you in a second. I don't remember, but I'll tell you. Give me 1 second. Did you have any other questions? And we go with, and I can answer that in
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, and one of my sisters wants to know if there's hair dryers on the boat.
Yes, we have our drives in the boat.
There
Yes.
is.
Okay. That's all I had. Thank you.
Any other questions?
This is April. I have a quick question, again, drawing kind of between Croatia and this. In Croatia, we were encouraged, for example, to have dinners on the islands to immerse ourselves in the actual cultures we were at. It appears here dinner is on the boat.
Yes. So breakfast, lunch,
Typically,
and dinner is included. It's very different than Croatia, where it was just, breakfast and lunch and two dinners on board. So this has all your meals are included on board.
so typically, and again, you said you don't have the times quite yet. Typically, you would then be back on the boat in the evenings.
Yeah, usually, I mean, some of the stops, I don't know, stayed, till 8 o'clock, but some of them, most of them by 6 o'clock, uh, you were have to be back on board by about 6 o'clock, but it's different, April, that all the meals are included on board. And I know another concern for some of you guys were, in Croatia, those who went to Croatia, everybody got the same meal, right? So there wasn't the choices. On this vessel, there's choices. You can either order off the menu or they have action stations, so you'll go there and get whatever you'd like.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the only other question I have, I mean, we talked about the active and we talked about what's included. Again, I'm drawing to Croatia, like some of the things we did where we had the opportunity to go to the winery or where we had the opportunity to go to the oyster farm. Is typically what included simply just being on a beach, or do they actually, Emerald Seas, do you actually take us to towns and do tours or set up activities? I mean, I have no idea what kind of activities occur on these islands, but
There's different activities that we do. They are engaging, some require walking, like some are hiking. So there's different mix of included tours. And then there's the ones that are a little bit more immersive that Discovery more ones. But Discovery Active and Discovery Plus are included. They're be a mixture of things. It could be um, walking, it could be hiking, it could be doing a paddleboard excursion somewhere, not with the ship. So there's different things we do, and they're gonna be very different what you're used to seeing because these are small islands, so there's not like it's gonna be a totally different experience for you. And you'll see when we come out with the descriptions and what they included. But then you have the choice to do one and Discover More. So the Discover More's, believe it or not, we have a lot of guests that do the included ones and not always the Discover More, depending on what the activity is. We've seen that not everybody books the program, which is fine with us. We have no issue with that, but you definitely have a mixture on that. And the dining, if I could add to what you were asking for, yes, we do leave port very late on most islands. As you can see, most of the islands of like Tenerife, they're close to each other. We do that on purpose because we'll get you there early in the morning and we'll leave very late. That's one of the things that we believe in. You spend a lot of time, not like the big ships, and you get to an island and you're gonna be there for 4 hours and you arrive some weird time like 3 in the afternoon and you're leaving at 7, something like that. No, you will get to spend time in this islands. And another thing about having a small yacht vessel like this is Once you do the shore excursion and you come back, you get off easily the ship yourself and walk the island or walk the town or the city we're at and just do something on your own besides the shore excursion because you'll have the time to do it. And for dining, all the meals are included, like Effie said, but you also have the flexibility. You could dine there locally at the local town and explore, and taste their local meals and, cuisine per se.
Typically, what time are dinners on the yacht?
It's usually like at 6. I'll tell you right, but give me a second. That question I don't have. You got me there. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I'll send it to
I
Effie.
think it's around 6.
I think so too, but I like to
6 or
be
7,
accurate.
but
Yeah.
they keep it open, April, so you
Mhm.
have time. They usually stay open till about 9.
Yes.
So you don't have to be there at 6. It's not like dining on a cruise ship where you have 6 o'clock dining and you need to be there at 6 o'clock.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then for Ken, it's on deck 6, the Infinity Pro. And I got the timings and they are open all the way to 9 p.m. and usually dinner starts at 7 p.m. So
Okay,
there you
so
go.
7 to 9,
It's
so
open
you can
seating.
go to the dining room when you want.
Mhm.
Um,
One
is there
last
any?
question.
Yeah,
One last question. I apologize for asking so many. So if I
No.
that's
understood the
okay.
time correctly, for example, based on when the actual itineraries will come out, the various, not the itinerary, the excursions will come out, that would be after we booked and fully paid. So that would occur after the fact.
The
Correct?
So,
schedule's
Manny,
typically 6 months out is when they come out.
6 months. Okay.
yeah. Any other questions? No other questions? So I kind of wanted to mention to you guys, I have a snapshot in front of me, and this is from Monday. So I want you to know that On Deck Travel did not charter the ship. I took out a group, which gave us the special group pricing. And they were so generous once when we were on board, like when you normally book a cruise on board, you get onboard credit or you get this or that for booking on board. With Scenic and Emerald, you get 5% off the cruise fare if you book in advance. So they offered that to the travel agents on board up until May 15th. So the email that you guys got with the pricing, that's with the 5% off, and that is good until May 15th. And as of right now, the 2 owner suites are still available. The yacht suites are sold out. There's 1 terrace suite left. And there are 4 of the balcony suites located on deck 5 that are available. Ocean View are sold out right now. Although I might be coerced. I have an Ocean View and I'm thinking about upgrading to the balcony, so I don't know yet. And then the balcony category B, the balcony suites on deck 4, there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those remaining. So that's all that's remaining on the yacht. And so this yacht is open for the entire country or outside of the country, everyone to book. So I don't have control over that, but that was the flash screen that I got on Monday. So if you guys are interested in booking, the deposit is $1,000 per person. And the final payment is due 10 months prior to departure. So it's coming quick here on June 3rd. There were some concerns about, oh my God, paying so early. This is very standard with river, with yachts, because there are such a small amount of cabins, they need that commitment. But what you've got to know is there's travel insurance. So if you purchase travel insurance and you have to cancel for a covered reason, you'll get, you get that money back. And then also just wanted to mention the full amount is not in penalty. There's penalty stages, right? So even if you cancel, let's say you make the final payment in June and God forbid something happens in September, you're not at that point in full penalty. You would be only with the penalty, terms. So, whether it's, 50 days to, whatever, 120 days to 90 days, you're in 25% penalty, 90 to 60, whatever that is, that's where you would be in your penalty scale. So don't think once you've made final payment, you're in full penalty for the whole shebangy. You would have a penalty phases. And then of course, I always encourage travel protection. So that's something I can help you with. So without
Hey,
any
Effie.
further,
Oops.
yeah,
Hey, Effie, I was just going to ask, are you going to share what that penalty schedule is? So we
I'll
kind
be
of have an
happy to do
idea.
that.
Okay,
Mhm,
perfect.
absolutely.
Thank
Matter of
you.
fact, if when I send out the email again with the recording, I'll put it on there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions before we wrap it up for the evening? I hope that those who haven't made any decision to go, decide to go, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a really fun group going. And I hope those that have already committed are excited. And this has gotten you even more excited. I know it's gotten me more excited for the countdown for us to have an amazing experience on a super yacht in the Caribbean. Who can say that? What are you doing for 2027? I'm on a super yacht in the Caribbean. Your friends are going to be extremely jealous, I promise you. So if there's anything else, thank you, Manny, so much for your time this evening. Thank you, those who joined. We will send out the recording because I know you guys have some friends that weren't able to attend. So I will make sure we send that recording out. And if you have another question, I'll be in the office tomorrow. You can ask me more questions, or if you're ready to, give me the credit card for the deposit to lock in your space, I'll be around tomorrow. You can do that with me. But I bid you farewell for now. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Manny, and you guys have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Effie.
Bye.